All right, Frankie, the stress of homework on both parents and children can be overwhelming. There are many steps a parent can take to avoid the battles and encourage independent learners. Joining us this morning is Director of Education, Ruth Rumack. Thank goodness you are here.
Hello.
Let's get to the 4 types of learning, first of all.
Absolutely.
I've heard of 3, but I didn't know about the 4th.
So we have visual learners, learners who like to see things. We have auditory learners who like to hear it. They work well with discussion.
Okay.
We have kinesthetic learners who like to do. They like to move things around, puzzle pieces. They need to do it with their hands. And then we have logical learners who need to really understand why something happens. They need all of the facts in front of them before they can make a decision or go forward.
Okay, once you know that, you have personality traits also that vary. So there's the procrastinator. I was that person.
Yes.
Leave it to the last minute.
I understand that one.
The perfectionist.
Yes.
You've got disorganized and forgetful.
Yes.
The rusher, minimalist, and lack of motivation.
Absolutely. So everybody has their own personality style or homework style. And parents will notice things about their students on a regular basis. And what we try and do is give parents some insight into understanding their child's learning style and their homework style so that we can avoid the battles at home. That's the most important thing. We want a nice, easy way to transition into homework.
Okay, so how do we affect change and help our kids? What you say is to set up a routine.
Yes.
And you should create a homework spot.
Absolutely.
With the right supplies.
You have to have everything there. You know, a lot of children will start their homework, oh, I need that marker, and run down to get the marker. Oh, I need the glue, and run down to get the glue. And then homework takes an extra 15 or 20 or an hour longer. So we like to have a spot that's stocked with everything, your paper, your glue, your homework. And then the spot should be a quiet spot where the child can work really easily without distractions.
So what time of day works? Does it vary from child to child? And how long do they sit down, and how long do you help them with their homework?
I think it really depends on your child. You have to know your child. If your child is really energetic and has lots of energy, then you want to give them a little exercise before they start their homework. We also know that children need breaks in between, so a quick exercise break or a run around the house is always a good idea. And finding a good spot. Some people work well in the kitchen where there's a little bit of noise. Some people need absolute quiet, so you really have to honor where your child is coming from to get the best out of them.
So are you saying as little as 10 minutes and then you run around or you dance around for a song? Would it be something like that?
Absolutely. You know, make it fun. Don't make somebody sit there until they're crying and you're crying and your hair is coming out in clumps, because you want to make it enjoyable for everybody. And I think having a parent there while you're doing homework for our younger students is very important. You need to monitor what your child is doing. Make sure that the level of difficulty is appropriate. If it's too hard for them, have a word with the teacher for sure.
So model what they're doing in class. They have a designated work spot. They have an adult watching
Yes.
overhead. And how long is enough? Like, is it 40 minutes?
Too much?
How much is too much? People say they have too much homework, and then others say, well, that we don't have any homework anymore, and then they're lost come September.
It's so true. So I would say that you have to sit down with your child and see what they're doing. If the level of frustration is really too high and there are a lot of tears, then you may want to, seek some outside help. For sure, talk to the teacher first. That's your first line of defense.
Are they behind in
Yes,
class?
because if it's not working, if there's some piece of the concept that they're not getting, we really want to get to the bottom of it, because self-esteem is really important. If you don't go back to class knowing and feeling that you understand the material, it's very hard to participate in class the next day.
How do you feel about them working or doing homework in front of the TV and with snacks?
Oh no, snacks are good. Healthy snacks are good. TV, I would say no. I think you need to have that full concentration. Music, if there's some light ambient music in the background, not a problem. I think if you've got your earbuds in and you've got some really loud stuff going on, then you may be distracted as well.
Okay, great tips. For more information, breakfasttelevision.ca. Good luck, everybody.